For a lot of Americans, 2025 is an absolute brutal year. They're behind on their bills, they have taken out debt consolidation loans and trying to make ends meet, and it is just not happening to them. And today we're going to go over that. I have a video shown in a little bit here of this young woman basically saying that she's behind on her rent, she's behind on her credit card, she hasn't paid her debt consolidation loan, and everything under the sun. And this is what so many Americans are going through. And in this video, we're going to kind of talk all about that and see how you can kind of get out of it. What would I do? What are some good options if you're in that situation? Because people always tell me, how do I better myself? How do I figure out if this is the journey that I can keep on going, because it is so rough, it's so hard, and I just can't see the forest within all these trees. And this is just reality for so many Americans, that they're behind on their bill. Electricity went up an ungodly amount, car insurance went up, and then they finance cars that they technically couldn't afford. They technically financed cars that they couldn't afford during COVID because that was a short period of time, and they thought that that's going to be the future. And it wasn't, it was not the future. And just because we had a short period of time of amazing amount of growth and stimulus money, everything else, now it's time to go back to the roots, go back to sales, go back to boots on the ground, go back to where it was before, fight for your job. And for a lot of millennials, I always talk about that we've never been through a recession, we've never seen it. We came straight out of high school or college after the 2008 2009, so we were only in upswing where the economy got better, you were making more money, and you kind of rode that wave up. And now we're seeing that wave kind of come down. I have a lot of viewers that have been telling me that I've been through a recession, I learned from it, and I think this is the time for our generation to learn that there's tides, and it's not always high tide, there's low tides too. So let's watch this video and see what this young lady's talking about.
I'm so tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I just waited for the mailman to show up so I could get my paper check in the mail that I've been waiting for weeks. So I could come to the bank and deposit it. But because I have negative money in my account, I'm only going to get like a little bit of it because like I can only access $100 for the first day. So I'm probably going to have like $60 today. I haven't gone grocery shopping in probably a month. We have like no food to eat for dinner except for like mac and cheese and ramen. I have $300 electric bill that's overdue. My phone bill's overdue. I just gave my husband my last paycheck from last week so we could pay the mortgage 2 weeks late. And in 10 days or 11 days, the mortgage for next month is due. So it's like this paycheck isn't even like, why do I even have it? Like they might as well take my paycheck and just send it to all my bills. Like, what's the point in me even getting my paycheck? It's like annoying. Like, I'm not going to see it anyway. Not only that, but in like 3 weeks, I have to pay for summer camp because school's almost over. So it's like, that's another $700-800 that I have to come up with to pay for summer camp. And if I don't pay for summer camp, guess who can't work because their kid is going to be at home with them? Me. So obviously that's going to be like a major to do. Like, I can't not pay summer camp. Not only do I have a personal loan and medical bills up the wazoo, like literally I have like a bill for like $3,000 from the hospital. I have like an $8,000 personal loan that was a consolidation loan from like a bunch of loans that I had. I haven't paid them in like 7 months. I owe them so much money. They call me like twice a day, dude. Like collections calls, fucking, and all I'm doing every day is doing my best. And I literally can't get ahead. Like I can't get ahead. I wake up and I fucking work. And these people are after me for money. And I'm like, dude, I'm literally trying my best. What do you want from me? I have side gigs here and there, like OF. Once in a while, I'll make like $60. But like, that's not really consistent. And like, I'm a painter. Like, I have a ladder in the back of my car. I'm a painter, right? So like, today, I literally didn't have enough tools to do my job. And I was like, I can't do this right now. Like, I don't have the fucking shit that I need for my job. Like, I can't even fucking work, dude. Like, I'm so stressed. I literally can't. I can't fucking do this anymore.
This is what Americans feel like. And if you like content like this, please like and subscribe. That would really help out my channel. And for my channel members, the video's coming today. And if you have a channel request, a video, and you're thinking about becoming a channel member, tomorrow's going to be the day where I'm going to take on requests for channel members. So every Saturday, I make videos designated for channel members so they can ask me questions and I will respond it. And let's continue on with the video. And one thing that I've noticed through my entrepreneurship journey is money attracts money and bills attract bills. So when you are down on your luck like she is and the bills keep rolling in, you're feeling like you're drowning. And when you're in a situation like that, and I've been in situations like that, and I don't talk about them too much because I don't want to make it the story about, I made it out. But I owned a frozen yogurt store once, and that I think resulted in a loss of about $100,000 that we purchased right before COVID started. Me and Allie purchased it. We were all in, I think, about $100,000. And then COVID came around, they shut us down, lost 100 grand, and hours worth of work that was unpaid labor on my end and Allie's work was just out the door. So we've been there where it's like, oh my gosh, we saved up a long time, and all of a sudden your whole investment, your savings, everything wiped out. And this is just reality of how life goes sometimes. It throws you curveballs, and then you got to deal with the curveballs and kind of figure out what can you do? How are you going to deal with it and figure it out? And that's why I said at the beginning, money attracts money. And once you're starting to get back to where your checking account has 10, 20, 30, or $40,000 in it again, all of a sudden you're going to be like, okay, now we're doing good. And then more opportunities come because you're doing better and you're attracting. There's like an energy. I can't explain it. And then all of a sudden you have more opportunities come, and you're going to then be like, oh my gosh, I have another gig here. I have a gig there. And this is just how it goes. And the same goes for when you have these bills come in and you're like, oh my gosh, it's just constantly coming in and I get no break. And so I actually looked at online before I made this video, and I said, what are some high paying jobs that you can do without any type of degree that can make you a sales commission? So, real estate agents, insurance sales representative, medical sales, solar sales, advertising sales. And this is some of these jobs that you're going to have to do in sales that I would pursue if I was in her position, because those are high commission and you just have to grind. You're going to pick up the phone 200 times, and they might some of them might be a lead, some of them might just hang up on you. But when you're going to start getting into the rhythm of it, you're going to get better and better. With every rejection, you're one closer step to yes. And then you're going to get that big commission check, and that can steamroll you into the next one. Energy level's going to go up, and you're going to do it. And now I know not everybody can do sales, but I'm telling you one thing: a dedicated salesperson is better than a lazy good salesperson or a talented salesperson. So you don't have to be good at sales. You just have to be dedicated, and you have to be willing to talk to people. And nowadays, where people say, I'm an introvert, I'm all this, these are limiting beliefs. And once you have those limiting beliefs and you're like, I can't do it, and you're going to be like, I'm just an introvert and I'm just trying to justify it, it's going to be really, really hard. And this is what I can speak of, because that's why the reason why I moved to the United States. It was literally these limiting beliefs that pulled me away from Switzerland, because everybody in Switzerland was like, God, just stay in blue collar. Just, you'll never do really great, but you'll always be average, and you're always going to be like, renting an apartment and driving a semi nice car and in a 5 paid weeks of vacation. What more do you want? You're gonna get Social Security when you're 60. You have decent health care, and you're gonna make about $5,000, $6,000 a month, and that's kind of it. And I said, this is not what I want to make out of my life. This is not who I am. I want to go and achieve great things. And so then I moved to France, and I figured out, yeah, this not really my lifestyle. And so then I moved to Florida in with family and friends. And I was like, yeah, I can do this for a little while, and lived in Florida. And then I was going to move to Australia afterwards, where my uncle is in Sydney, and see how they live down there. And then I met Ali, and I said, I cannot live without Ali, so I'm going to have to do whatever Ali does. And so then I moved to California, got married, and now I'm back in Las Vegas. And it's funny because you have to cut out that limiting belief. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to look at, what am I going to be doing? And when you're going to go out and finance insane amount of car payments, you're going to go out and do crazy stuff with your credit, and then there is a downturn, it's going to really sabotage you. And it's going to really, really knock the feet out if there's going to be crazy times coming. So let's watch this young lady talking about her car payment, and we're going to see how crazy this is. And I also think that this is a lot of Americans.
Do y'all want to know what is worse than my auto payment? You guys thought that was bad. Wait till you hear this one. It's my husband's truck. My husband drives a 2020 GMC AT4 Sierra 1500. We bought it in August of 2022. Financed it for $78,000. He still has a remaining balance of, I think it's 72 or $74,000. I haven't really checked recently. His payments are $1,600 a month. So y'all thought my $1,400 Tahoe payment was bad. His truck payment is $1,600 a month with an APR of 14%. So yeah, y'all stop coming after me for my bad finance decisions and go after him because he fucked up too. Too bad he didn't buy his truck for him. I did. So yeah, I messed them both up. Oops. So maybe we should just let his truck get repossessed and keep the Tahoe because a $1,400 Tahoe payment is a whole lot better than a $1,600 truck payment. Or maybe we should just let them both go back because we have the Audi now and don't need either of the car payments.
So you're looking at this young, lovely lady talking about that her husband has a $1,600 car payment and she has a $1,400 car payment. No gas, no tires, no insurance. And so she's spending about probably 35, almost $4,000 all in with gas, with insurance, with wear and tear on her cars. And in order to kind of comfortably afford that, you need to make 12, 13, $13,000 a month net to kind of afford that. And this is what I tell people. Don't get into these situations where during the good times you can afford it, but during the bad times and during the downturns, during the low tides, you're just stuck. And you never want to be in a situation where during the good times you can go out and everybody's buying. No. During the good times, you want to be selling the stuff. You want to buy in the lows and sell at the highs. And this is what people during COVID, they forgot. They said, I'm going to go out and I'm going to finance everything. I'm going to go out and finance Yukons. I'm going to go finance boats. And they said, hey, we only have a limited supply. I have 2 boats here and they're going to go $100,000 over asking price because I only have 2 left. And why not? If you only have 2 left and every person's running in there and says, take my money, take my money. Why not? And now we're at a situation where they're starting to have to sell. I see ATVs, Facebook Marketplace are popping up everywhere. Need to get out, lease takeovers. You can see on online that they need to get out of their lease. They're willing to pay some of it off in order for you to get their lease. And their leased cars, their leased ATVs, and whatever it is, you see it all over. And when I'm looking at this, I'm like, man, I wish they would have watched my YouTube channel. I wish I could have talked to some of them and said, put that in a savings account, put it somewhere where you don't have to touch it, lock it up for 4 or 5 months or a year or so, and then reevaluate. And then come later, you can then use that money when the tide is kind of running out and you need some emergency fund, you need to repair your water heater or something else, and then you have that money. But nope, Americans were running to car dealership like they're the last piece of bread on earth and just kind of, I need to get food, I need to get food. And so they stormed these car dealerships and then they made bad decisions. And this is what I'm telling you, make the right decision for you and your family. And we're seeing tides running out, and you got to make sure that I can still make it. I can still keep it going. I can still keep the lights on. I'm not behind on electricity. I'm not behind on my mortgage. But I did a video yesterday that said people are looking at Google Trends and we're looking at people can't afford mortgages. We're looking at all these type of trends. And I'm telling you, you got to be aware of how your family positions itself, because I know so many families that says, let me just have my husband or let me just have my wife look at the finances, and then they're just ignorant and not looking together like, hey, how much are we making, how much are we actually netting, or how much are we losing every month with credit cards, with everything. And then all of a sudden you'd be amazed how many people actually just put their head in the sand and say, you know what, I'm not gonna really look at it, I'm just gonna let my spouse deal with it. Then they call Dave Ramsey up and say, we're 59. I let my wife take care of the finances for us, and or the spouse, could be either. It's there's no discrimination against either party. And then all of a sudden comes to find out that they've been living off of credit cards, they're doing all that, but they drove nice cars, they lived in nice houses, and then retirement age comes and they have nothing. And so I'm just want to warn you that you got to put your best step forward. You got to make sure that you're looking at your statements on on an actual note. And how you do that with the easiest way is with AI. Just copy paste your statements and tell me, what can I cut out? Am I positive? Am I negative? Where's my money going? And is this something that is average for my age? Am I saving enough? Am I not? And I'm constantly telling you, spend $20. Just do it. Just buy the Google Gemini. I think it's $9 or something. I don't even have a referral code. Just do it for your own sake. So you can look at your finances, look at how you are financially for your age demographic. See if you're contributing to your 401k. See all that and see, am I behind? Am I ahead? Am I attracting other opportunities? And you'd be surprised. And you can see then optimize your finances with easy little tweaks. And all of a sudden, you're going to be doing better than most people, but it's going to take you to realize that there's a problem so you can change it. If you're not going to realize that there's a problem, then you're not going to change nothing. And I've seen people online talking about, I filed for bankruptcy 3 years ago and all the debt got wiped out. And now I'm back in $60,000 worth of debt. And they haven't learned from it because it wasn't painful enough. And so I don't want you to experience pain. I don't want you saying, like, I'm not chasing the American dream because of limiting beliefs. No, read an Atomic Habits book. Start getting better at it and starting to go out there and say, you know what? I can do it and I'm going to do it. And I want to have a life of me owning $1 million home, lakefront side. And you can achieve it. You just have to work at it. Nothing in life comes easy. Everything is with tools and wires and blood, and you just gotta pry it open to get it. And this is how it is. You gotta go out there and work it. When I had the frozen yogurt store, it was brutal. It was brutal. We're starting to make good money, and then COVID came. Boom, self-service. Everything's done. High school, indefinite remote. My clientele that I was hoping to service, they were gone. They were not coming back, and you're scrambling at night, drain on relationships and everything like it. So this is reality. You have downfalls. You're gonna lose money. You're gonna have that, but you can always remake it. Once you have it in here, you can always do it better. You can always rebuild it. And then you kind of realize, like, that's not it. Maybe I want to open up an auto body shop. Maybe I want to open up a tire store. Maybe I want to open up an oil change. Maybe I want to open up a franchise, or maybe I'll do something else. But this is what life's about. You make choices and you deal with consequences. And this was kind of my video for today. It's in Las Vegas. Gosh, it's like super nice. It's like 88 and the sun is shining, having a good day. Whenever I wake up and I see blue sky right out there and I can drink coffee outside and I'm just looking at it, it's like, man, truly what I define as success. If I'm going to see snow 7 feet and I see it raining and I'm like, man, where's the sun at? Is there sun even out yet? Or is there a sun today? Then I'm just like, oh gosh, that's Switzerland raining for 3 months. And you got to go way up in the mountains to kind of get some sunlight. It's not what I want to do. I want to be in sunshine every day. This is literally paradise on earth. Look at sunshine shirts. And yeah, this is my happy place. And somebody in my live asked me yesterday, what 2 states I would move? I would probably move to Arizona or Nevada. Those are like my 2 favorite places. I love Las Vegas and I love Phoenix. Those are the 2 places that you would catch me. If I'd live in Vegas, probably move to Phoenix. And yeah, look at this. I mean, the sun. Yeah, you can hike over there on Lone Mountain. And there's people on top. I probably can't zoom in that much, but there's people on top of the mountain there, like right up there, just hanging out and walking, hiking. What is super underrated is the amount of nature activity you can do around Las Vegas, but I can't share that because then it's going to start being crowded. So I share job tips, but those are like the secret tips. So you got to go online to figure those one out. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.